morning, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well today. First of all, I would like to present my final project presentation for Multinational Corporation Global Strategy and Social Responsibility. My name is Ayu Pratagendis Damring, and today I will present my business proposal titled GoTo Group Market Expansion Strategy into Vietnam, Bridging Digital Financial Inclusion and Sustainability Urban Mobility. In this presentation, I will explain how GoTo Group can expand its business into Vietnam through business diplomacy, innovation, and sustainable CSR programs. So, without any further ado, let's begin. Before discussing the strategy, let me briefly explain what GoTo Group is. GoTo Group is one of the larger digital ecosystem companies in Indonesia. The company was officially formed in 2021 through the merger between Gojek and Tokopedia. Today, GoTo operates in many sectors such as ride-hailing transportation, food delivery, e-commerce, logistics, and also digital financial services through GoPay. GoTo visions is to become most trusted digital ecosystem in Southeast Asia, while supporting economic growth and digital inclusion for society. And this is important because nowadays digital companies are not only competing through technology, but also through trust, sustainability, and social impact. In this proposal, I analyze how GoTo can expand into Vietnam successfully while also building strong relationship with the government, local communities, and business partners. So this proposal is not only about business expansion and profit, but also about diplomacy, sustainability, and long-term development. Now, let's move to the introduction and discuss business diplomacy. So, today, multinational companies cannot only focus on products and service anymore. When companies expand internationally, they must also understand government regulations, political conditions, local culture, and also relationship with stakeholders. This is where business diplomacy becomes very important. Business diplomacy refers to how companies build and maintain relationship with government, communities, investors, and local stakeholders in order to create a stable business environment. According to Sander and Yim, business diplomacy is essential because multinational corporations often face challenges when entering foreign markets. Without good diplomacy, companies may experience like regulatory barriers, social conflict, negative public opinion, or even business failure. For example, if a foreign company enters a country without understanding local value or regulations, local community might reject the company completely. Besides business diplomacy, CSR is also becoming increasingly important. Today, society expects companies not only to make a profit, but also to contribute positively to society and environment. This idea is known as the triple bottom line concept introduced by John L. Kenton. The triple bottom line focuses on people, planet, and profit. This means company should balance economic success, social welfare, and environmental sustainability. And this is exactly the approach proposed for GoTo's expansion into Vietnam. GoTo is not only entering Vietnam to gain a profit, but also to create social and environmental impact through digital inclusion and sustainable programs. Next slide is global challenge facing GoTo. However, international expansion is definitely not easy. GoTo faced several major global challenges. The first challenge is geopolitical tensions. Currently, global technology industry are strongly affected by tension between major countries such as United States and China. Technology companies it depend heavily on cloud computing, digital infrastructure, semiconductors, and international payment systems. Because of this situation, technology companies must be very careful in managing international expansion. And for the second challenge is regulation. Many ASEAN countries are now implementing stricter regulation related to data protection, fintech, digital payment, and online platforms. Vietnam itself has strict data localization regulations. This means companies must carefully manage user data and follow Vietnam's government requirements. Another major challenge is competition. Vietnam already has a strong competitors such as Grab, Shopee, and Momo. These companies already dominate the market and have loyal users. For example, Grab dominates ride-hailing service, Shopee dominates e-commerce, and Momo is one of Vietnam's leading digital wallets. Because of this intense competition, GoTo cannot only rely on commercial strategy. GoTo also needs local partnerships, government trust, and social legitimacy. And this is why diplomacy and CSR become essential parts of this proposal. Now, the important question is why Vietnam? Actually, Vietnam is considered one of the most attractive digital economies in Southeast Asia today. There are several reasons why Vietnam is strategic market for GoTo. First thing first, Vietnam has a young population. Young consumer generally more open to technology and digital service. Second one, smartphone usage and internet penetration continue to grow rapidly. Digital lifestyle are becoming increasingly common in activities such as online shopping, food delivery, ride hailing, and digital payments. This means GoTo can apply the successful super app ecosystem model from Indonesia into Vietnam. And if GoTo success in Vietnam, it can strengthen the position as a regional digital leadership in ASEAN. Personally, I think Vietnam is one of the best choices for GoTo because the market still has a massive growth potential for digital platforms. The next one is I will explain the methodology used in this proposal. This proposal used four analytical frameworks. The first is value chain analysis by Michael Porter. The second is Porter's five forces. And the third is diamond theory combined with global production networks. And the fourth is business model canvas. These frameworks are used because they help to analyze Vietnam from different perspectives. For example, market competition, consumer conditions, national advantage, business opportunities, and implementation strategies. Using multiple frameworks allows this proposal to become more comprehensive, realistic, and academically strong. So now, let's discuss the value chain analysis. From this analysis, Vietnam has strong potential to become GoTo's regional operational hub. Why? Because Vietnam has several major advantages. First, Vietnam has a skilled IT workforce. The country produces thousands of IT graduates every year. Second, labor costs in Vietnam are relatively lower compared to several other ASEAN countries. Third, Vietnam's digital infrastructure is developing rapidly. This creates a strong environment for technology companies. Another important strength is GoTo's integrated ecosystem. GoTo combines transportation, e-commerce, digital payment, and logistics into one platform. This creates convenience for users because many daily activities can be done in one only application only. One major opportunity in Vietnam is digital financial inclusion. Millions of people in Vietnam are still unbanked or underbanked. Through GoPay and GoTo financial service, GoTo can help provide access to digital finance for these communities. So, GoTo is not only generating business profit but also creating social impact. This concept is called share value, where companies solve social problems, also achieving economic growth. And personally, I think this is one of the stronger aspects of GoTo's expansion strategy because it combines business goals with social development. Next is Porter's five forces analysis. These frameworks helped analyze the competition intensity in Vietnam's digital industry. The first force is competitive rivalry. Competition in Vietnam is extremely high. The biggest competitors are Grab, Shopee, and Momo. These companies already have strong ecosystem and loyal users. The second force is the threat of new entrants. Building a digital ecosystem requires very large investment, advanced technology, and strong infrastructure. Because of this, the threat is considered moderate to high. The third force is buyer power. Consumer can easily switch platforms because there are many available choices. This makes customer loyalty difficult to maintain. The fourth force is supplier power. Large cloud providers such as Amazon Web Service and Google Cloud have strong bargaining power because digital companies depend heavily on their infrastructure. And finally, the threat of substitute still exists. Traditional transportation, physical stores, and traditional banking service are still commonly used in some areas. Overall, this analysis shows that Vietnam is highly competitive, but still offers huge long-term market opportunities. Now let's move on to the diamond theory analysis. These frameworks help analyze Vietnam's national competitive advantage. The first factor is factor conditions. Vietnam has competitive technology, talent, and expanding digital infrastructure, including 5G networks. The second factor is demand conditions. Vietnam's digital technology is growing very rapidly. According to Google, Temasek, and Bain and Company, Vietnam's digital economy reached around 30 billion US dollar in 2023. This growth is supported by e-commerce, digital payment, and online transportation service. The third factor is supporting industries. Vietnam has strong startup ecosystem supported by government innovation programs. However, there are also several risks, of course. The biggest risks are strict regulation, data localization requirements, and policies that often favor local companies. Even so, GoTo still has one unique advantage. As an Indonesian company, GoTo is considered relatively neutral geopolitically compared to American or Chinese technology companies. And this naturally can become an important diplomatic advantage for GoTo in Vietnam. Based on all previous analysis, the next step is creating the business model canvas. The target consumer are urban consumer, MCMAs, drivers, and digital payment users. The main value proposition is offering one integrated ecosystem for daily activities. GoTo also plans to collaborate with local banks, logistic companies, government institutions, and technology partners. This business model focuses not only on short-term profit, but also long-term sustainability and local partnership. Now, I will explain the first CSR program called Go School Vietnam. This program focuses on improving digital financial literacy for MSMEs. These activities include digital business training, GoPay education, and financial reporting support. The target is to train 50,000 MSMEs within 3 years. The expected result is increasing MSME revenue and helping small business adapt to the digital company. Personally, I think this program is very impactful. Why? Because MSMEs are one of the most important foundation of Southeast Asia economies. By helping MSME grow digitally, GoTo can create both economic social benefits. And the second CSR program is Go Green Vietnam. This program focuses on sustainable urban mobility. The activities include electric vehicle conversion, EV infrastructure development, and partnership with VinFast. The target is to convert 30% of GoTo driver fleet into electric vehicle by 2027. Of course, this program has several benefits. First, it reduces carbon emission and support environmental sustainability. And second, it lowers fuel costs for drivers. And last one is support Vietnam net zero emission goals. So this program creates benefits both environmentally and economically. And for the final CSR program is Go Accelerator Vietnam. This program supports Vietnam's startup and social innovation. The focus sectors are EdTech, Health Tech, Agri-Tech, and Sustainable Mobility. GoTo will provide mentorship, funding, and access to GoTo's digital ecosystem. The target is to support 100 startups between 2024 until 2027. This program demonstrates GoTo's long-term commitment to innovation and local economic development in Vietnam. So, to conclude my presentation, Vietnam is a very strategic market for GoTo Group expansion. The country has rapid digital growth, young consumers, strong technology adoption, and high long-term market potential. By combining business diplomacy, innovation, and CSR programs, GoTo can strengthen a relationship between the Vietnam's government, local communities, business partner, and consumers. Programs such as Go School Vietnam, Go Green Vietnam, and Go Accelerator Vietnam also shows that GoTo is not only focused on profit, but also on the social inclusion and environmental sustainability. Therefore, this expansion strategy can help GoTo become a trusted and socially responsible digital platform leader in Southeast Asia. That is all for my presentation today. Thank you very much for your attention to watching my video. I hope this presentation can provide useful insights about GoTo Group expansion strategy into Vietnam and the importance of combining business growth with sustainability and diplomacy. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.